Welcome to Gen X Files, the only podcast name that's exclusively about the X Files. I'm Angel, and this is my first watch.
I'm Dash, and this is my third watch.
And I'm Melz, and this is also my third watch. And if you're listening, I want to believe you're a friend.
And tonight, we're discovering that greasy diner photos really are worth every penny. So we just watched Deep Throat, the second episode of the X-Files. And this episode aired on September 17th, 1993. What were you doing that day, Mom?
Still changing diapers.
It's going to be in that for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be there for a while.
Oh, man. And this was written by Chris Carter and directed by Daniel Sackheim, who directed some episodes of House and Game of Thrones and a show I think that was on Showtime called The Americans. It's about, like, I don't know, Russians that are posing as Americans or something.
I think I saw something about that, like a trailer or something.
Yeah, but definitely we've all seen some
Game of Thrones and House.
Even if it's just a meme or two.
I've seen that one with the dinosaurs in it. I mean dragons.
I mean, dragons are dinosaurs, I guess.
If you think there ever really was dragons, I suppose. I don't know if there was. If there was, they would have been dinosaurs, though, yeah.
Well, I mean, pterodactyls are like fucking dragons without the fire breathing, right?
Yeah. I don't know, is there any creatures in the world that actually do breathe fire of some sort?
No.
That lizard thing, right?
Are you thinking about the Komodo dragon because it's called a dragon?
No.
Maybe.
There's nothing that can breathe fire. I think there are like things that can shoot venom and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I know there's venom, poison, gas.
Are we stupid friends? Because I don't think that there's anything.
I don't know. There might. I feel like there's probably some like obscure, like bottom of the ocean creature that spits fire out of its mouth, and that's how it lights up its way, or some weird, crazy thing. But overall, in the scheme of things, I don't think any creatures breathe fire.
Would you ever own an anglerfish, Mom?
No, I don't know what that is.
So she immediately said no.
It's those. There was one in Finding Nemo. It's those really ugly things. They have the sharp teeth, and they have
the light.
Yes,
the little light hanging down from their head.
You know what? I might just own it.
To say
laugh.
You do? Yeah.
Laugh at it every day.
Hey, come over and look at my weird fish. It's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, look at this ugly ass fish I got in this tank.
But what's been keeping you guys up at night? What have you been watching?
I have something my sister Gina got me to watch, and it's called Orphan Black.
Oh, I've heard of. It's like a sci-fi thing, right?
Yes, it's got all kinds of genetic stuff in it and experimental crap.
Oh, we like that experimental stuff. That's always fun.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
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 I like experimental stuff. Experimental rock and roll, experimental drugs.
Exactly.
Experimental sleep.
If you don't know what it is and you get to experiment and try new things, that sounds awesome to me.
God.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
We just all woke up.
Yeah, we literally did. We're wiping sleep out of our eyes right now. Me and Melanie and my dad watched Sisu recently. Have you seen those movies?
Never heard of it.
Oh, we watched the first and the second one, and holy shit.
They're Finnish movies from Finland, not like they're finished.
Well, they are finished as well.
Yeah, they're completed motion pictures.
Yeah, they are.
But it's just about watching this old man take a licking and keep on ticking.
Oh, yeah.
He gets the shit beat out of him.
You see this man, you see more blood pour out of this man than any normal person could keep going with. Like, and he doesn't speak. He just has these emotional faces that I was brought to tears from his facial acting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Especially in the second one.
It's the ending. Oh, my God. and he doesn't speak. He says a few words in the first movie, and then he doesn't speak at all in the second movie. And he just violently kills these really, really horrible, horrible Nazi people. Or Russian people.
Well, they're
Both.
Nazis in the first one.
There's Nazis in the first one. There's bad Russians in the second one. And he just viciously and violently destroys all of them in, oh my God, horrific
really
ways.
Creative ways.
Oh my.
Like, I'm trying to think of one that I could tell her that wouldn't be like a crazy spoiler.
The mine.
Well, yeah, but I think we told her the mine, didn't we? We told her about. Did we tell you about when he throws a mine at a dude?
Yeah.
I think we told your dad about that. I don't remember.
Anyway.
Sidetracked.
Yes.
What else have we been watching?
Well, we've been playing a lot of Battlefield still. I think that did not change since the last time we've been over here.
We're up to like 700 hours into Battlefield 6.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, we play a lot. I love it so much.
And we started playing a game called Returnal, which is like it's like a roguelike.
First-person shooter?
Third person.
Third person.
It's like a bullet hell roguelike. Mom doesn't know what these words mean at all. They're all just words to her. It's a genre of video game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just means that just a bunch of enemies are constantly coming at you with a bunch of bullets. And you're constantly having to shoot them. Just a lot of shooting.
And you die over and over again, and you lose your progress a lot.
And you have to start over all the time. But that's the point. Some stuff sticks, and you get to use it later, but a lot of the stuff you have to start over every time you die.
Uh-huh.
But you learn new things, and you gain like information that you would need for stuff, and so
I kind of like explaining stuff to Mom that she might not know about, and I definitely have something in this episode that I'm going to show you while we're talking about it that you're going to be like, oh, now I know a little bit more of meme culture.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys ready?
I'm ready,
Are we going to get into the episode?
We're going to get into it. All right, so we open up near Ellens Air Force Base in southwest Idaho. There are a bunch of military guys swarming the house, and you see a woman come through and say, I'm Mrs. Budahas, I live here, or whatever.
This is my house, is actually what she says.
And basically they breach the house, and there is just a shivering man covered in rashes with just underwear on, just his tie-wise. Mom, would you have worn this?
I would not have worn this, but I can tell y'all some information.
Okay.
I know for a fact that rash is not shingles, hives, or rosacea because I've had all three of them.
It's not that. She knew the jig was freaking up.
Right?
Yes.
It looks like acid burns, or I don't necessarily know what radiation burns
Yeah, that's
look
what I
like.
thought. It kind of looks like radiation
But radiation
burns.
was my first
Yeah.
thought.
Oh.
Or
See,
like,
I went straight for the common stuff. Well, it's because I'm used to knowing
well, no,
all
but what
that.
you did was smart. What you did was, okay, if I'm investigating this, though I know it's not this, that's actually what you do when you investigate.
Process of elimination.
You have to mark out all these things. Like if later on, if someone says, "Oh, it must have been eczema or whatever you had on your list," then you're like, "No, I know what that is. It's not that." There you go.
And then right after we see this man disheveled with a rash and his tidy whities,
With a very, very surprised look on his
we
face.
get one of the most timeless pieces of music in American media. It's so ubiquitous that it's considered like the spooky sound that kids are using in their TikToks, even the hip kids.
Yeah, literally, YouTubers today that we watch, like Gen Z YouTubers that we watch in commentary videos, in like videos about music, videos about conspiracy theories, videos about politics, videos about anything. I swear, they're like at least a couple times a day. There's the sound. If anything is weird or creepy or unexplained or just anything in that realm at all, they'll use that sound in current videos.
Yeah,
it's so amazing.
It's iconic.
We love hearing it. Every time we hear it, we're like, oh, there's one.
But we pick up in Washington, D.C. at a bar, and Scully's looking over notes, and Mulder walks up and asks to buy her a drink, even though it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then he says he has something to show her. And I think they walk away, and it lingers on a guy at the bar who is well-dressed. Kind
Yes.
of, he's like looking over his shoulder at them, like, okay, who is this fellow?
Yeah, like he's
Like
he's paying attention.
He's checking them out.
Yeah, he's kind of keeping an eye out, like, what are these guys up to?
And the camera focusing on him kind of made that
Yeah.
obvious too.
At their table, Mulder gives Scully the rundown on Colonel Robert Budahaus. He was the test pilot at the beginning who had the rash and everything. He's a test pilot.
Okay.
He had a psychotic break 4 months ago and barricaded himself in his home. So I guess it's 4 months after the
first incident at the beginning. The opening
cold
incident.
open. Yeah. And the MPs were called and he was removed and hospitalized. And in that time, his wife couldn't get any information on him.
Couldn't contact him, couldn't reach him in any way. They wouldn't give her any information.
Yeah. And basically they don't know anything.
He's MIA.
He's MIA.
Yeah. But they're not saying he's dead.
Yeah.
They're like, are they clarifying that he's alive?
No, I don't think she's not getting any information at all.
Okay, so she thinks he could be dead or just missing, or they have him.
Which is kind of weird, because wouldn't they be like, oh, he's fine, just don't worry about it or something?
Yeah, you'd think their first instinct to like help cover up what's going on, whatever it may be, would be to say, oh, he's fine, he's just contagious.
Because I'd be busting up in there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I don't blame you. I'd do the same thing for you. Or you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be busting up in there with guns akimbo like I'm freaking John Wick.
Like, I get it, I get, like, if there's contagions or something and you have to be, like, quarantined or whatever, but I need evidence. I need, like, hardcore through a glass wall. I want to see you looking at me.
You want to see a picture of them with today's paper.
Yeah.
Back in the old days.
Yep.
But she's just like 4 months with her kids. I don't know where my husband is. They won't answer me. 4 months?
Yeah. So you can see why she called the FBI and reported it as a kidnapping.
2-3 days I'd be busting in.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, okay, y'all ain't telling me nothing. Now I need to get something done.
Mulder goes to point out that since 1963, there have been 6 pilots that have been declared missing in action from Ellens Air Force Base. And all the military will say is that they knew the risks of flying experimental aircraft. So I guess they think that they blew up and the bodies were never recovered or something. I'm not sure.
Or like maybe the experimental aircraft were just not good. So like as soon as they took off, it crashed or it failed, and maybe engines failed and blew up. Maybe all sorts of random things could happen.
In my notes, it says the rumors say they were shot down by Russian airspace. So I don't know. I guess that's in the episode.
Yeah, there's something about that in the background.
And since she came to them and said, "Hey, my husband's been kidnapped or something," Mulder's been tracking the case since it hit the desk in the Boise regional office. And last week it was quietly buried with no investigation. And so Mulder thinks something weird is happening, but Scully isn't sure.
Yeah, she's always.
She's a skeptic.
Skeptical Scully.
She really is.
She doesn't believe.
Scully the skeptic and Mulder the believer. I want to believe.
I want to believe.
I want to take my leave, my lady.
There's there's a good M word you could use there.
Mulder
the melodramatic.
Yeah, Mulder the melodramatic and Scully the skeptic. I like it.
Yeah.
But God, I wrote that Mulder gets up to drain his big old hog. And in the restroom, he is confronted by the well-dressed eavesdropper from before. And the guy tells Mulder to leave the case alone.
Leave it alone.
It's one of them, like, he looks up and he's in the mirror. Yeah. Like, it's almost like one of them horror movie scenes, but Mulder's just like, oh, there's a random dude behind me. Hey, what's up? And then the dude's just, like, randomly, like...
The most mundane serial killer ever.
Right?
Hey, man, I'm gonna kill you.
And he's just like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
This is dangerous, Mulder, or whatever the fuck he says. And it's just so random.
Yeah, he tells him the military ain't gonna fuck with an FBI investigation. Basically, Mulder asks what his name is, and he doesn't answer. He just
escapes.
Well, he says he can help Mulder, and he knows about his work. And then right then, when he's telling him that he knows about his work and what he's been doing in his crusade and everything, a guy that has to, we assume, take a real fat shit is at the door, and he's like begging to get in, and the well-dressed man doesn't care at all.
Because he locked the door behind him.
Yeah, he locked the door behind him. Okay, the man says it doesn't matter who he is, that the important thing is that he's come to give Mulder advice. And he tells him that he and Scully are being exposed to unnecessary risk and not to pursue it. But Mulder is going to be Mulder. So,
Mulder the smolder.
smoldering Mulder.
Uh-huh.
So, the guy turns to leave, the well-dressed man. Not the well-dressed man, we know that. But he is well-dressed and he is a man. And,
That's the only descriptor we have for him right now is he's wearing a nice suit.
Yeah, Mulder tries to follow this well-dressed individual out the door, but he's stopped by who I'm going to call Bowel Movement Man. And that's a naming convention that you will come to understand later in the series when we get to know a little more about some people and some organizations. But they do a shimmy slide and Mulder pops free, but the man that was talking to him in the restroom is gone.
And it's literally such a brief little, what did you call it?
What?
Their little dance where
the shimmy slide.
Shimmy slide where the thing you do with people where you go left and they go left and you go right and they go right and you have to
Yeah,
that thing.
John DeHart would be proud for all my bad movie enjoyers out there who have seen Champagne and Bullets and survived.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, but they're like their bodies are touching while they do it. But it's so fast. Where that man, when he comes out, my first thought was, why didn't you look the other way? I can't see what's down that hallway in that shot, but it totally looks like there's another direction that he could have gone.
Mulder doesn't look left, okay?
Okay, yeah.
He's like like dogs. They say that dogs can't look up, which is total bullshit. But it is true that Mulder can't look left.
Yeah, Mulder definitely can't. Obviously not.
Scully is looking at a newspaper, and she's reading an article about Ellen's Air Force Base. And reading the article, it seems like they were working on something to do with UFO technology and stealth weaponry. But it's under a section called Sightings, written by C. Carter.
C. Carter.
Yeah.
Chris Carter.
The creator of the X-Files.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
there's little stuff
one day
like
I'll
that.
have to show you a picture of him. His eyes are not level. There is one eye that's up here and one eye that's down here. I swear to God, it's the most uncanny thing.
Are you serious?
But I mean, he's an amazing man. Don't get me wrong.
That's why he got into all this mysterious.
Do you want to show her a picture real quick? That'll be great for the pod.
Stuff.
Let's see.
We'll show you a picture.
Bum, bum, bum. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's hard to find one where you can really see it good.
I've got one eyebrow that does that.
There's a good one, yeah.
Oh,
one eye is totally lower than the other.
Let me see.
I feel like I'm drunk.
Yeah,
right?
one eye's... Oh,
it's
man.
like he's tilted, but the rest of his body isn't.
You know what? That's why he sees the world in a different frame. What the fuck am I trying to say?
Perspective?
No, not that was
You owe
awesome.
me a Coke.
Not perspective, but different light. I guess is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but like,
Different light.
Perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Anyway,
that's totally what you mean.
Scully calls Mulder with the newspaper info, and Mulder can hear a clicking on the line.
We all know what that
Click,
means.
click, click.
And he looks out his window, and there's a gray van parked outside with a man sitting in it. Mulder tells Scully that he doesn't want to talk about the case on this line. Good idea, really.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm glad. Do you know how many times we've seen people, you know what it reminds me of? The scene in Goodfellas.
They listen.
Oh, yeah. Where he's looking. You've seen Goodfellas, right?
Probably.
Ray Liotta, when he's all cracked out, he's looking up and there's a helicopter
He's
following
driving.
him.
He's driving, he's sweating, he's all coked up, and he's looking up at the sky for the helicopter.
I just watched the first Godfather from beginning to
I
end.
still have never seen it. It's like 3 hours long. I've seen like bits and pieces of it. I've seen the ending, I've seen the beginning, I've seen the middle, but never at the same time.
I was, but the other day.
You ever seen Scarface?
No.
That's 2 hours and 48 minutes. That's a long one. Did you see One Battle After Another?
No, I don't think so.
You gotta watch One Battle After Another.
not
It's so
sure.
incredible. We might come over. I don't know. That's
Y'all, do not forget that I have a horrible memory.
She does have a horrible memory.
But you know what? Almost every time you're watching a movie, even if you've seen it before, it's like a brand new movie. Until you get to the end, right?
I think we may come to find out that Mom might have been subjected to the same thing that Mulder is subjected to later in this episode. Because
Maybe.
I was abducted or somebody close to me was.
All right, but the agents touch down in Idaho and go to Mrs. Buddha Haas's house.
Buddha.
That's a hard name to say, man. Buddha Haas.
I just think their name should be Buddhists.
You know what? Right. when you walk in, it should be there should be a bunch of Buddha statues, and they should say, "Welcome to my Buddha house."
Yeah, exactly.
But as they're walking up to a door, a plane flies overhead, and it's very loud, obviously, because they're next to the they're in the they're. I mean, it's on the base. It's base apartments, right, or whatever.
Base housing. Yeah, it's not. So it's right next to the house. It's like that. There's a huge area that's considered the base. And then there's like the base where the actual military is.
Yeah.
The rest of it's just like the housing and stuff. It's kind of like a sectioned off area that's like a city but smaller.
But they go inside, and she tells them about how 2 years ago, Bob Budahas developed a rash under his arms. And at first they thought it was because of a reaction to paint stripper during renovations on their house. But then his personality changed. He began throwing things and started acting strange, once pouring fish food flakes on his meal at a dinner party.
Ooh.
And he would yell at the kids and then go into seizure-like episodes. He never talked about his work, even before the problems.
Yeah, well, but she knew it was like top secret something.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
he works he works at the Air Force Base,
and
so.
she knows that he's a pilot.
What are fish flakes made out of? Maybe there's a deficiency.
You know what the word that she called
That's
it.
a good point.
In the episode, she called it by
Tetramyl D.
Tetramyl D.
Because we used to have a story time. We used to have a fish tank, and we had a goldfish, and we had some sucker fish, and we had a couple of some other type of fish.
Yeah.
But there were 2 goldfish, 2 sucker fish, and some other fish. And even though I fed the goldfish every day, one of the goldfish just ate all the other fish except for one of the sucker fish. He was like, "You're gonna work for me, and all you other motherfuckers are food."
Yeah.
It was. So goldfish don't normally do that. Are you sure it was a goldfish?
Yeah, we looked it up. They do sometimes. They can get territorial and eat other fish or something
you know
like
what?
that.
I got tired of it, so there wasn't no other fish to be had in the tank. So I said, "You little SOB." I grabbed that fish up and I took it out to the lake. And I said, "Survive out here."
Yeah.
Because I figure he got ate.
Knowing that motherfucker, he might have conquered it out there. He's still out there. He's a big ass, like, what, 20-year-old goldfish?
Oh my God.
As big as a shark or something now. Or a whale.
Okay. And we had to take a drink break. And, Scully tells Mrs. Budahas that the government cannot withhold information. And Mrs. Budahas doesn't even know if her husband is still alive. And she does tell them that Verla McClennan's husband went crazy, but he got to come home.
Is that what your note was about?
Was that your note?
I don't know.
Because this is when they go to this other woman's house.
Yeah.
And see this other woman's husband.
Yeah,
so that must be what you meant.
Here's what my note says. My note says the wife is worried that if the husband doesn't return, her son won't be able to support the family.
I don't remember that. I think you might have inferred something.
And then it says another woman's husband ate.
He ate. He boots the house down. He served.
He served.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did serve. He served in the military.
That's right.
Holy shit. He was serving rash and serving military.
That's crazy.
Oh
Serving.
my God. Okay. So we cut to a man plucking hairs out of his head in a yard. Scully talks to Verla McClennan, who looks on as her husband does the slowest haircut ever.
Oh my God, that's right. He's
She says
pulling one strand of hair out at a time.
Yeah, wait, when I said 2 years, I said Bob Budahas developed a rash under his arm. I guess that was him. Okay. Anyway, whatever. She says he's been this way for 2 years. She was upset at first, but now she's just glad to have him alive. Verla was never given an explanation. She just assumes it's stress related.
Dang.
Right?
I've been there with stress though, so it can make you do some crazy crap.
Yeah.
And she says some stuff about how he's in therapy and they help him, and she's just so grateful. And then she's mad at I can't remember what she says to her, but she says something. "Why'd you bring the FBI to my house?"
Yeah, she's pissed off at her.
Yeah,
but they've given him therapy and treatment and everything, like y'all were saying. She is upset at Mrs. Budahouse for bringing the FBI to her house. See, that's why I got to work on how the notes are given. Just for clarification, I did write the notes a different way and then realized I wanted to write them the way that I'm currently writing the episode. So if it's a little jank, just know it's going to be fixed by episode 3, which is a really cool, the first real actual Monster of the Week episode.
Woo!
You haven't watched that one yet, have you?
No.
Okay, it's good.
Good.
All right. Outside, Mrs. Budahouse gives Scully a list of numbers she's called 1,000 times. And Scully thinks Mr. McClennan is suffering from stereotypy, is what she calls it.
Stereotypy.
Which is caused by stress and found in POWs, and for some reason also in zoo animals. For some reason,
it just has something to do with like your mind. Your mind isn't connected to where it's supposed to be anymore.
I'll tell you
Because
something.
of stress, like your brain's not functioning the way it used to anymore.
Disassociation.
Yeah,
That's probably
But
some relation.
I'll tell you something that pissed me off, friends. Mulder says they're not zoo animals; they're pilots. And this is Mulder committing Ham the Astro Chimp erasure, and I will not allow it.
Oh,
I can't
Lord.
believe him.
Ham the Astro Chimp is
Oh
the
my
first
God.
monkey they sent into
Yeah.
space. This bastard.
How
He's
can-
a hero.
I know.
How dare he?
Scully brings up the Aurora Project, which is a code name for a new Defense Department surveillance project, and says that the Pentagon has been testing suborbital spycraft over the western U.S.
That all sounds like a bunch of BS bullshit cover-up shit to me. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
it's a bunch of word salad. When
It's
she says it, honestly.
word salad that makes you think, okay, that's not. They're hiding something. They're like, oh, this is all crazy stuff.
They say
but-
that's what they're flying, but whatever.
yeah, okay, sure. Whatever they can say to cover up what they're actually doing.
So someone named Colonel Kissel agrees to meet them.
But like a way later, right?
Yeah, like a week later, but Mulder says, fuck that, we're going to his house.
They
Fuck
just
it, we're
show
doing
up.
it live.
We're going to show up anyway.
Yeah.
And they do.
And so they show up at his house and wait for him, and when he arrives, he's dismissive and standoffish.
Slams the door in their face, right?
Yeah, Mulder's like, why won't you tell us anything? And he says, why don't you get the hell out of my yard? And I don't know, Mom, you have watched a couple of documentaries about this person, but he reminded me of Hugh Hefner for some reason.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
like a younger Hugh Hefner? Because he wasn't that young, but he also wasn't that old either, the man in the
No, yeah.
episode. He was, what, 50s?
Yeah, something
Hugh
like that.
Hefner.
Hugh
is-
Hefner was one of the most smartest men in the way of supply and demand. I guess you could say.
He saw demand and he supplied it, basically.
Yeah,
is
he
what
was
you're
a
saying.
genius.
Man, people want to look at pretty girls, man. That's
As
the
to
thing.
whether or not he's a good person, I don't know, but he was definitely a good business
How
person.
old was
Yeah.
he when he died?
Like 94?
Oh.
Okay, so like in the 90s, he would have been even older than this man in this episode.
Yeah, he was old as
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
But while they're walking away from Colonel Kissel's house, a reporter from the local paper comes up. He says he's Paul Mossinger, and he lives down the street from Verla McClennan. He asks him how the case is going, which Mulder shuts down. Mulder then asks him if he's seen any UFOs since he lives in the area. Paul says no. He thinks it's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah, not a believer.
Right.
Mulder asks if he wanted to talk to one of those UFO-believing suckers, where might he go? So anyway, we're at the Flying Saucer Diner.
Yeah, so they they do that a lot where they'll ask someone a question about something and then it cuts to the next scene and they've already gotten the answer and now they're doing the thing that the answer got to them. They do that a lot.
Yeah.
They just I guess cut for time a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it
you
just
don't really
keeps
need her to explain where it's at, I guess.
It keeps the pace running smoothly.
Yeah, if she would have been like, oh, well, you could go down to the Flying Saucer Diner down on
Yeah.
12th Street or whatever.
Yeah.
But that you don't really need that.
There's a waitress there, and she's friendly, and she makes small talk about the constant sonic booms.
Yeah.
And Mulder points to a line of photographs taped to the bar, and he asks who took them. And she says lots of people, but the one on the end is one she took herself. We zoom in on this picture, and friends, it is what appears to be a tortilla chip. Not really, but yes, it does look like
It's
a
a
tortilla chip in the picture.
Triangle.
It's
yeah,
a triangle.
it's a triangle black shape fuzzy in the sky with some trees on the
You
bottom.
know what? If you know how sometimes most Doritos are like a little curled on the ends, but sometimes you'll get that one that's really flat. If you just go outside on a sunny day and take a picture of that from the bottom, that's the picture she has.
Right? Just put a green screen on your hand and take a picture of the chip and bam.
There you green screen on your
You
hand.
know how most rinky-dink small town diners have like maybe a celebrity went in there and their pictures on the wall with an autograph, or the local baseball team. Not this place. They got UFOs.
That's what they're known for.
One time Jerry the alien came over
Yeah.
and asked for a sandwich. But she was apparently taking out the garbage in the back, looked up and saw it hovering. And she said, for a minute, I thought they were going to land in the parking lot and I'd have to serve them lunch. And she's selling prints, of course, $20 a pop. Mulder, unable to resist humiliating himself, buys one. Scully leans in and whispers, sucker. She leaves when Mulder asks where someone like him might be able to see a UFO for himself. Mulder gets a hand-drawn map from the waitress and heads out. By the way, this is a good time to mention this. There was actually a tie-in to this episode. This diner is actually a diner down in Kansas where they filmed. Oh. And they wanted to do something for the, the whole alien aspect of the X-Files. So they actually found some meteor rocks that had fallen. And they started grinding that up and putting them on the hamburgers. And it started to give the kids really crazy powers.
Oh, my God.
And so they were originally going to make a really cool docudrama miniseries about it. But due to studio interference, it ended up becoming Smallville.
Oh, okay. I get it. The meteor rocks, and they turned the story around a little bit.
Yeah.
So the X-Files created Superman?
Not Superman, but the studio was like, this is perfect for Superman, so they looped it in.
Oh, okay. They created the Smallville origin story of Superman.
Yeah. I don't know if any of those kids that ate those meteor-dusted burgers died, but that's a good...
We should look into that one day.
For sure.
Oh,
one day.
Maybe they have laser vision.
They might have lead poisoning.
They probably got lead poisoning, no matter what. But the agents pull up next to a barbed wire fence, which I guess is where the map led them to. And Scully yells at Mulder, asking if they really came out here to look for UFOs. Mulder is toddling along up a hill like a child. Hilarious. Where he's just walking away. He's like, I don't care about what you say, Mom.
I'm gonna walk up this hill. I don't care how hard it is.
He's like, I see a cookie and I want to eat it.
And you don't mean to where the kid has to climb up a hill and they have to kind of go on all fours a little bit. Yeah. They have to put their hands out. That's what he's doing. Climb up this hill.
I guarantee when he's off camera, Mulder does move around on all fours. He strikes me as that kind of guy. But it's nighttime now, and Scully has fallen asleep in the car. Suddenly, the vehicle starts rattling, and the back windshield breaks, and Mulder runs up. Did he cause a seismic shift with his weirdness?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's what he was walking up there to do some kind of weird dance that brought about an earthquake. I don't know.
We also need to clarify that at the beginning of the scene, when he's climbing up the hill, it was bright outside.
Yeah.
Now, this current scene, it's completely black outside.
She gave up and went to sleep.
She went to sleep, yeah.
I bet Mulder just stares up at the sky looking for UFOs like a dog when they hear something. They just stare off into the middle distance.
Yeah, well, you're like, what did you hear, girl? What did you hear? What do you smell?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I smell UFOs.
It's like, I smell a vibe in the air.
But he runs up to the window and says, you got to see this.
And drags her ass out of that car.
Yeah, he does.
He really
come on, motherfucker!
She had no chance to say no to that.
I don't want to see no more UFOs, Grandpa. And Mulder's like, too damn bad.
Too damn bad.
She definitely doesn't want to see UFOs, because she definitely... Anyway.
Yes.
Mulder and Scully look into the barbed wire facility as two lights move back and forth, chasing and escaping each other. Mulder says they've been at it for half an hour. Like, why didn't he come get her as soon as it happened? I guess he wanted to make sure that he didn't want to miss anything, but once he saw it was going on for long enough.
That's what I thought about, too. It was like, why was he watching for a half hour before he was like, you have to come right now?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to. I mean, obviously, he wasn't in that much of a hurry. But you know what these light show reminded me of? You know those, I don't know what it's called, and maybe one of you do. You know those shows where the girls it'll be like on a stage, and the girls will have like 1 or 2 lights in each hand, and they'll be dressed in like all black, and it's like a black stage, and they're doing this
like a rave?
Not a rave. There's like a performance thing that they do where they'll have like 3 or 4 girls. They'll have like 1 light on each hand, 1 light on each foot or something. And they'll do this, but you can only see the lights. And they do a stage performance. And it's called a thing.
Are you saying that's what was happening? A big old giant woman.
Attacking the 50-foot rave woman.
No, but that's what it reminded me of, is that where they have the light shows that do that.
Have you ever seen what we're talking about where people will have the gloves on? And
I've
do
been
that?
to a club where they actually do that with rainbow lights.
Yeah. We've never been to one. We've just seen it.
Yeah.
We're not club people.
Back in the day, I used to go to clubs.
She used to be a different person back in the day. We'll have to get into one of those stories one day.
Oh, God. But Scully thinks it might be lasers from the ground reflecting off the cloud layer.
She is just, every time there's something crazy in front of her, she comes up with, oh, well, there's a logical explanation. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what this is.
Mulder just said, obviously it's a 100-foot woman doing a light show. Scully, shut up.
It's so crazy how she immediately just disregards it or comes up with something. She is in awe, though.
She can rationalize it.
Yeah, she is in awe staring up, though. She is like, whoa.
But they watch in awe as the 2 lights rise out of the frame. And a helicopter with a spotlight approaches them. And 2 people run out from under a broken piece of barbed wire fence. The agents run down the hill after them. Mulder and Scully catch up to the pair and Mulder and Scully catch up to the pair, and they turn around shouting, "Don't shoot." The 4 of them end up hiding under a tree. The long-haired guy says, "Whoa, extreme."
Oh, Lord.
And so wait. So you said they crawled out from the fence, but from when we just I swear it just seems like they crawled out from the bush. You didn't know there was a broken fence there.
Yeah, it must have been the bush. I think you're right.
I think I'm right, because later you learn that it is a broken fence, but I think in this particular scene, it just looks like they were hiding under the bush 2 feet from Mulder and Scully's car, by the way.
Yeah.
Right next to it, which I thought was crazy. And now we have our introduction to...
So, they take them to a diner where they grub down, and we can clearly see that, holy fuck, that's Seth Green in the 2nd episode of The X-Files.
Yes, this young, short, very long-haired stoner Seth Green character. And now you could tell immediately it's him when you first see him. But then when they start talking at the diner, you definitely know that.
Even my forgetful ass knows who he is.
Yeah, you recognize him. And I gotta say, he is so short.
Have you ever watched Robot Chicken?
No.
I didn't think so.
Random.
It's a claymation Adult Swim show. So.
Oh,
it's not something you'd watch, I don't think.
All right, but...
Seth Green, first, what do you call it? Your first guest star?
Yeah, guest star.
Well, he wasn't anybody.
Back then? Yeah. I mean,
he's just a random character who became famous.
Like for instance, in a later episode, Lucy Liu is on the X-Files, and it's like in the year 1998 or something, before she ever, or 1997 even.
It's like 2 or 3 years before Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, it's like 5 years before Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Scully asked them what they were doing out there, and apparently they have a spot. And I imagine this is for either getting high as fuck or making out or both.
Yeah, some combination of both, probably. The way they describe it, the way he says, like, well, we just sit out there and listen to music, it sounds like he's being sarcastic. Like, yeah, that's all we're doing. So they're either doing sex stuff or they're doing drug stuff.
Or both.
Or both, exactly.
Simultaneously.
Probably. But this is the first time that they've been chased out of there since their friend showed them the hole in the fence a year ago. And in that time, they've seen them drop bombs, and they tell them about Yellow Base, which is something they've overheard, I guess, where they store top secret stuff. And their friend told them there's tons of landmines and stuff out there.
In a junkyard or something, right?
Yeah. And outside, we see a vehicle pull up, and a man covered in shadow radios into someone that he has their position. The voice on the radio says they're opening up the cage, and tells him to come back. He says, "Red bird out."
Red bird out.
Red bird out.
It's such a strange conversation. It doesn't make any sense.
Red bird out, brother.
Yeah, right.
All right, but back inside, Seth Green is using a burger to represent strange aircraft as he describes it. Mulder asks him what he thinks it was. He says he doesn't think it was a UFO. He thinks it was some sort of Star Wars cybertech newfangled hardware they're getting ready for Desert Storm 2. They're probably going to cruise it right over to Saddam's house, and he'd be like, what?
Like, this is the most... What's the character from... What's Sean Penn's character?
Oh, fuck.
From
Spicoli, Jeff Spicoli.
Jeff Spicoli.
I thought you were going to say Slater, Rory Cochran's character from Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's too. It's the most typical, like 70s long hair hippie stoner gnarly dude. It's a very typical character.
Yeah,
but he does it really good.
Yeah.
And this I don't know Seth Green's history of when he did stuff, but I don't think he was anybody. He just happened to be good at doing that voice and chose him for that part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he got lucky. And this
he
might
could play
be
stoned convincingly, I think is what it was.
Yeah, and this might be with our first, because I think this happens quite a few times throughout the series. This might be our first non-celebrity extra who ends up becoming a celebrity.
Oh, it definitely is.
Because I don't think he was famous at all.
I was going to say, I don't know how far apart this episode is from when he becomes Dr. Evil's son. But he looks exact same age.
I know.
He does.
I looked it up.
What is his secret? I think he's an alien.
There you go.
He's Seth 20
Green.
Here.
Oh my God, Mom. What? You figured it out. His name is Seth Green because he's an alien.
Oh, that's right. That makes sense.
Holy shit, it's all coming together.
Yeah, and he's only 20 here, and he's 5'4". His hair is almost as long as he is tall.
Him and Kendrick Lamar, same height. Mulder holds up the picture from the waitress and says, does it look anything like this? And Seth says, no. It looks exactly like that.
Oh my God, that's so annoying.
What an idiot. In the daytime... Okay, wait. So it was night when they were at the diner, right?
Yes.
It was getting to be morning.
Okay, because they opened up at a hotel room.
Yeah, I think...
Did they all get a hotel room together? Seth Green's like, I'll take the floor, man.
I think,
you mind if I smoke a joint?
I think they went home or something.
I don't know. It opens up in the hotel room because he drops...
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe there is...
No, it doesn't... I'm sorry, it doesn't open up in a hotel room. It just opens up in the daytime and he's dropping them off. So I was like, did they get a hotel room?
I think, and I could be wrong, we could check later, but I think there is a timestamp thingy when they're sitting in the diner before they start talking about what the aircraft is. It says it's like 5:08 a.m.
Okay.
Or something like it's still dark. It's still dark. I could be wrong about the time, but it's still dark, but it's going to be light very soon.
Yeah.
It's morning. So and they got there before it was dark the night before. So they spent all night there. You got where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he helps him unload his moped out of the trunk. And, they say their goodbyes. And Mulder gets in the car and pops in a tape that he says is evidence and starts to rock out. Scully stops that shit and asks him if he saw their eyes. She says if she were that stoned. And Mulder cuts her off with a genuine interest in what she would be like if she were stoned. I can't imagine it. She would probably just be really calm and quiet and observing everything from a corner.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Well, maybe we'll see some different versions of Scully throughout the years if any drugs happen.
We definitely will see some different versions of Scully. But she says she could have shown them a flying hamburger, and he would have told him that's exactly what he saw.
Yeah.
Mulder shows Scully old UFO photos of the Roswell crash. Ellen's Air Force Base is supposedly one of the 6 places parts from that crash got shipped. And he thinks these pilots have been flying planes made of those UFO parts. And Scully tries not to laugh at him here.
Is this where she gives him that smile I was talking about in the car?
I think so.
So she does this thing, and I don't know if if I tell you about it, you might notice it later, where Mulder will be talking about what he thinks is happening, and it's like the craziest shit, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever have when you hear a 2 or 3 year old tell you something, and you're like, yeah, that's so sweet, yeah. You give them that smile, that you're just like, okay, sure. That's what she does to Mulder all the time. Because he's like, yeah, there's aliens, there's a conspiracy. And she's like, okay, Mulder.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
So Scully looks at the UFO pictures from Roswell and the pictures of the UFO that the waitress took. And she says, these things I mean, all she sees is 2 blurry tortilla chips. And Mulder gets defensive and he says, "Tell me there isn't a remarkable resemblance between these 2 salt-dusted fried corn pieces." Mulder says, "Tell me I'm crazy." And Scully does.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this is going to be a thing. At a hotel, Mulder is staring at the waitress UFO picture and stroking it with deep longing in his eyes.
He's always... There's 2 things that happen, and I swear...
Hold on.
Okay.
He's staring at it and stroking it with deep longing in his eyes. And this is basically Mulder's version of the Wolverine meme with the Scott Summers and Jean Grey wedding picture or whatever it is.
Oh my God.
Do you want to show Mom? Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I have no clue.
You're about to see. Show her a gif of it.
Okay, hold on.
We're doing it real time.
Oh, Lord.
You'll see.
Is this it right here? There's one. So it's like he's looking at a picture, and people put different stuff in the picture, but it's Wolverine looking at the picture in his bed, sad.
And that's how Mulder's looking at this grainy ass photograph of a tortilla chip that this waitress took at the back when she was taking out garbage.
Yeah, people add different pictures to it.
Is that Michael Jordan crying?
Was it Michael Jordan, or was it?
It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and yeah, people put different pictures there.
Anyway,
it's very funny. This is what he does, though: is he stares longingly at pictures of UFO.
But Scully rushes in to tell Mulder that Mrs. Budahas has contacted them about her husband finally getting home last night.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Hallelujah.
The crew pulls up to the Budahas bungalow, but Mrs. Budahas is crying. She shows them the colonel and says, "That is not my husband." Okay, here's another meme. Here's another mom meme corner.
Oh, Lord.
Do you know that motherfucker back there is not real?
No.
Oh.
Show her that. You guys show her. Real time, again.
Here, you look it up.
Okay.
I have to adjust my seat.
Okay.
I don't give 2 but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
She is absolutely like convinced that someone on this plane is not a real person or not a real something. I don't know. But
anyway, that's what Mrs. Budahas is saying. She's saying that motherfucker back there is not my husband.
And she's crying, but I don't understand. I'm pretty sure the only thing she says through the whole conversation is tears, and that's not my husband. She doesn't explain why.
She just knows. I mean, you would know.
I would know.
If, you know.
I would know.
But anyway, the Colder is bewildered by the Colder? The Colonel is bewildered by his wife. Mulder introduces himself and tells him why they're there. And Budahas tells Mulder he's been in an on-base hospital for 4 months. And Mulder asks him some questions to confirm his identity, birth date, kids' names, Green Bay stuff, Green Bay
Super
Packers
Bowl
stuff.
stats and stuff.
And then he asks him a really specific question about aircrafts.
Like 4G, 8G type, if it's possible or something. And
the Colonel just shorts out. He can't pull the information up to the front of his, he can't pull it out.
He just like it's just not there. Like he just blank.
Yeah. And
not my mind.
He stands up and approaches his wife, and she cowers away. And they leave after that. I don't know what happened.
Right?
I guess.
She's like, that motherfucker is not real. And they're like, okay, see you later.
We gotta go.
You got some snacks in your fridge? Anyway. I think of Mulder like a kid who would be like, "Oh, you got games on your phone? You got snacks in your fridge?"
He is like a little
Can I
kid.
take some pretzels with me?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Right.
But Mulder thinks that they did something to Budahas's brain. And Scully says it might be amnesia. Because there's nothing that could do what Mulder is suggesting they did to him, which is like wipe his brain or whatever.
Like scientific, like specific. I'm pretty sure there's technology to like, you can destroy someone's brain and all their memories.
Like the Men in Black.
Yes.
Yeah, with the neuralizer.
Yes,
they neuralized him.
But like, that's the thing is, they're supposedly just erasing his knowledge of aircraft and pilot and experimental military stuff. That's the only thing he knows his kids' names.
Yeah.
He remembers like their births and all that.
I was like, how the hell could they be that specific with what they removed from his memory?
yeah, that's not.
That's crazy.
But
You gotta
like
take
she
some
said,
regular stuff.
the Men in Black.
Yeah.
It's just however a minute long. The last 2 minutes, the last 4 minutes.
And he thinks that maybe they did this because of when Buddha Haas had his psychotic episode, the government couldn't trust him, basically.
Yeah.
So,
because you never know what someone's gonna, how much they're gonna spill the beans when they're not themselves.
So as they're driving, 2 cars appear on the road blocking them, and they box them in, and a bunch of men in black, actually.
Yeah, literally.
They exit out like it's a freaking clown car, and they order Mulder and Scully out, and they manhandle Mulder like he was eating a succulent Chinese meal.
Oh my god.
Do you know that?
No.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
Now, see that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 ounces to restrain.
He's got his hand on my penis.
So the succulent Chinese meal thing is a hugely popular, everybody knows what that is thing.
And the funny thing is that guy that was... Go ahead. Tell her.
I was gonna say that guy, he didn't do anything. He was the wrong guy. They really just found this dude in this restaurant and thought he was someone else and fucking arrested him in the middle of his succulent Chinese meal.
He was enjoying it.
He ended up being a character.
And the original video is like the 90s?
Yeah, the
early mid
90s.
90s. Around this time.
Yeah.
I hope they picked
You know
up his
what?
tab.
Right.
They might have been influenced by this. They're like, we're going to give him a succulent Chinese meal. We're going to give him a succulent Chinese Mulder.
Oh, I don't know if that's... Something about that feels really wrong in a few ways.
Scratch that out. I'll take that out in editing.
Oh, mercy.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, they ransack the vehicle, taking evidence, unloading the firearms that the agents have, and telling them in no uncertain terms they got to get the fuck out.
They like rip up their papers, dump all their stuff
Yeah.
on the ground, just regular bully asshole stuff.
I thought we had litter
Leave
laws
town
in this country.
immediately.
Yeah, they're littering all over the road. But they're told to pack town and leave. They're told to pack up and leave town immediately.
Pack town and leave?
Yeah, they're going to pack this whole fucking town up.
Fuck painting the town red. Just pack it up.
Pack the town in. Anyway, at the hotel, Mulder posits that maybe that helicopter from last night was meant to scare them off, not those stoner kids, which, duh.
Obviously.
Stoner.
Right? Just now figuring that out, Mulder?
Mulder finally tells Scully about the unnamed man from the bathroom in the DC bar.
Which sounds like a very different
Yeah.
story than what it is. Well, you said that.
Well, this is before Grindr. But anyway, how he told Mulder not to take the case and how his phone was being tapped. And he thinks all of this is a huge conspiracy to hide the fact that they have a UFO here.
Everything's a huge
And-
conspiracy.
And
in Mulder's
Scully's
mind.
like, well, that would be a national scandal. And then Mulder's like, no, you silly goose. That would be the confirmation of extraterrestrials. Get with the program. God.
Wouldn't that be a national scandal?
That would be an international scandal.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
She's
sure.
not wrong.
She's not
She's
wrong.
not wrong at all. He's just being an ass. No, it's extraterrestrials.
And Mulder hands her the picture of the flying tortilla chip after she says they should just leave while they still have jobs, and asks her if she's not even a little curious. And then he solemnly saunters off to go wash up and pack. But fuck that, Mulder has gone Mulder mode. He gets in the
yeah.
car and drives off, leaving Scully yelling after him in the parking lot.
He says he's going to go shower, but he fibbed.
No. She does the Mulder, where she screams his name.
Yeah. Mulder!
Yeah, she does that.
Scully! Mulder!
It makes me wonder if at a certain point they just used previous recordings and were doing that every time she had to do it in the show. So
I
she
hope
wouldn't have
so,
to do it all
man.
the time. Because I swear it sounds exactly the same every time she does it.
But we catch back up with the stoner kids. He's met back up with them, and they lead him to the hole in the fence. And they hang back as they've only got... Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't a bush. It was the hole in the fence, because they were up on a hill watching, and they came out from underneath the hole.
Yeah, but there's a bush, like
There might have been a bush.
there's a fence, like where the fence meets the pole in the middle. the bush is literally growing like this, so it's half covering that little flap. They probably did come through that flap in the beginning, but I think it just, because it was dark, it just kind of looked like they came from under the bush. You couldn't really tell there was a flap.
Why did he need them to show him where the hole was? He was on that hill. He got there by himself the other night before. He didn't need these kids.
Because he didn't know there was a hole there. He thought they just were hiding in a bush.
Maybe you're right.
Because the bush hides the hole.
Or maybe they wanted to get more out of Seth Green.
Yeah, right. They needed to use him a little more. His gnarly dude, yeah. That's so good. It's so good.
But Mulder is full Mulder mode now. He doesn't give a shit about their warnings, and he walks off, and then they wonder if they forgot to tell him about landmines. They haven't, technically. They told him about that earlier.
See, you said that earlier at the restaurant. I don't think at the restaurant they mentioned the landmines.
Yeah, they did. Even before when I wrote my notes, I wrote that they were told about it there.
They tell him not to go past the tall weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be smoking some tall weed.
Right? Back then, I bet it was probably good homegrown stuff, too.
Mulder walks for a while and then he decides to wait for nighttime. And when it comes, he finds himself on a tarmac suddenly with something flying at him. It slows to a hover above him. It's triangular. It does some strobing at him and then flies away very fast.
Very interesting tortilla chip.
Yeah. They come with LEDs now.
The rave chip.
Behind him, as he looks on after the craft, two vehicles approach. One has reds and blues on. And he turns and sees them and sprints away. This motherfucker can run. We were talking about that. He's like, he's running so fucking hard.
It's funny from the side angle where you see him, like you see like his upper body and he's running fast and they have that shot. It looks like he's running so fast. And then they cut to where the cars are behind him chasing him and you can see his whole body running. And it just doesn't look like he's running that fast anymore at all.
No.
It's like he already slowed down.
But they surround him and take him to the ground. And me and Melz thought this was really funny. He's like, whenever they're around him, he's like, like, where are you going to go?
What was he going to do?
It's like when a dog tries to escape, but it knows it can't and gets picked up.
And they, like, you just do that, like, back and forth. But it's like when the cars stopped, he stopped and let them surround him. And then he did the dodge left and right to try to avoid it. What are you doing?
It overtook him. Like, it was in front of him, and there was another behind him.
I know. So I just, as soon as they would have stopped, he should have just picked left or right and ran straight fast. Maybe had a chance. I don't know. But heaven forbid if you turn left, right?
I can't dodge them.
But they put him on a stretcher and load him into the back of one of the vehicles and drive off. And in the vehicle, he's strapped down, and they give him something through an injection and put an oxygen mask on him. And Scully is calling around back at the hotel trying to find out where he is and what's going on, but her signal keeps getting interrupted. Even the hotel office phone is down. The clerk says it might have been military interference.
But apparently everything is military interference in this town.
Yeah.
And Scully's about to lose it.
Uh-huh. Scully's getting mad. She's like, where the fuck is Mulder?
We see Mulder being unloaded from a vehicle. He's in a warehouse with men in white coats walking around doing things. He sees spaceship-shaped objects behind opaque tarps.
It's a very, very typical, like, white... Oh, like not necessarily hospital, but like the typical thing you see in like science experiment related movies. All white doctors, or not they probably were, but the whole building is all white, and there's just doctors wearing all white. Everything is fucking white, and everything, the lights, it's crazy. I hate. It's such a very sterile environment, you know. Yeah,
it really is. But Scully heads back to her room, and the reporter from before is there. He says he was looking for her, but he's acting suspicious. She hears a voice on a radio say something about Redbird. It's coming from the guy's car. And she runs and hops into it and locks the door. And the reporter asks her what she thinks she's doing. She opens up the glove compartment and there's a gun and an air-based security ID badge in there.
And so this guy is not a journalist. This guy is definitely someone else.
This guy is the type of guy who breaks open a window with a fire extinguisher.
Yes, because that's what he does next.
And Scully reaches out and gouges his eyes when he reaches in. Does she?
She like rubs something in his eye because later you do see a mark on his right eye.
I think she just gouged his eye, right?
She like with her thumb or like she.
I've done that before to somebody.
Yeah. I think.
Was he pretending to be?
It was a woman.
Oh.
It was.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Was she pretending to be a reporter?
No.
Oh, well. Anyway. So she gets out of the vehicle and points the gun at him and tells him to get in the car. She asks him who he is, and he doesn't say. What the fuck? What the fuck did I write?
He's very sarcastic through this. Like his like, well, if you say so, miss, and yeah, sure. Like he thinks this is just so stupid. Like he's not even like scared or worried. He's just like, oh, this is dumb.
Yeah. But just then the stoner duo pull up, and I was thinking this must be weird from their perspective. This woman has a guy against a car with a gun on his back.
Yeah.
She asks them if they know where Mulder is, and they say they dropped him off at the base and waited, but he never came back. Scully orders the security guy, who used to be the reporter. I guess he's a reporter by day and a security guy. No, I know he's being in disguise and shit. But
yeah, obviously. He's doing a Clark Kent thing.
Yeah. To get on the walkie-talkie and find out where Mulder is, and threatens to leak the story about the experimental aircraft if he doesn't. And we see Mulder being examined by a team of doctors, and they drop some liquid into his eye.
Which you saw previously, them doing liquid in an eye in one of the other scenes, too, at the beginning, right?
Did we?
With one of the other pilots. There was a scene where you saw some dripping in an eye.
No, I don't think so.
No? But it wasn't explained? Maybe I'm tripping.
I think you might be tripping.
Okay.
On the road, Scully sits in the back seat of a vehicle with her weapon pointed at the security guy, who wipes his eye like he had liquid dropped into it for some reason. I thought that was funny that they went from the liquid being dropped into his eye to him, like, doing that. I mean, it's from when she gouged him.
Yeah.
But, it's really interesting transition. I wonder if they meant to do that on purpose, or
if they meant to do that on purpose, or
if they meant to do it on a poipus.
On a poipus.
But they arrive at the base. And after waiting a second, Scully sees the armed guards at the gate open it for an outgoing vehicle. The door of the Jeep opens and out steps a discombobulated Mulder looking worse for wear.
And this is where we get some of the epic Mulder face acting, with him supposedly being like out of it, tired, loopy, drugged up look on his face. He's just
he don't know what's going on.
It's the face acting is like 50. Some of it, like you're like, oh wow, yeah, he looks like he's all fucked up. And some of it, you're just like, what's he doing with his face?
But
that's the wind.
Okay.
It's an alien.
It's an alien. We heard a weird noise outside.
Yeah, it's the wind. It's really windy right now.
Scully yells at Mulder to get in the car,
and he looks around like he has no idea what those words mean.
And she's got her gun trained on the security agent. They meet in the middle, and it's like a hostage exchange, I guess. It's very much like a hostage. Can I say that? Hostage exchange. That's a hard one, guys.
Ooh, tongue twister.
Chia.
And the security guy tells Mulder they are doing what they were required to do, that it is Scully and Mulder that have acted inappropriately. Scully, who has her finger in the trigger guard, so she is ready to pop a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
She's ready. She's ready for shit to go down.
Backs up and gets the fuck out of there. Scully asks Mulder if he's okay. He's dissociating. He says, I think so, but he doesn't remember how he got there. They go back to see Mrs. McLennan.
Okay. See, this is the point I want to mention something. So he says to her in the car, after she's picked up from being kidnapped, he says, how did I get here? Or where am I? Or whatever it is, right? He says, how did I get here? And then she looks at him like, oh, and then it transitioned to him at the door of Buddha Host's wife's house, whatever.
Mrs. McLennan.
Mrs. McLennan? Okay, whichever one it is, the wife of the husband. And asked about the husband. Like he remembers everything. They don't clarify. Did he just start remembering what happened? Did she explain what happened? Did his memory come back? They don't explain anything. He's just sitting at the house talking like he remembers all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It bothered me. I was like, you need to explain that a little bit.
She doesn't let them in, and when Mulder starts to spout off what he thinks happened, Scully cuts him off. They don't know what happened. They have nothing, and her report will reflect that.
Yeah.
And that's what she does. She does say she's an eyewitness to his account of seeing an unidentified flying object, but she can't verify exactly what it was. And she looks at the tortilla chip ship one last time.
That's kind of a conundrum.
What?
If she could verify what it was, it wouldn't be a UFO.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of the whole point. It's unidentified.
But we cut to Mulder breathing heavily after running laps at a track when the unnamed informant from which he's Deep Throat. Spoiler, not really.
Yeah, the name of the episode is Deep Throat. This guy has a very, very, very deep voice.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. He informs, he shows up and he informs Mulder that their lives may be in danger. They've seen things they weren't supposed to, that they have to be more careful. He says he can provide info, but only when it's in his best interest. And he says he's interested in the truth. Mulder tells him they did see something, but they took it from his memory. The man asks Mulder why people like him that believe in extraterrestrial life aren't dissuaded by all the evidence to the contrary. Mulder replies because all the evidence to the contrary is not entirely dissuasive.
Which is a very interesting way to word that conversation.
Yeah.
I found it to be, I felt like there immediately I could think of like 3 or 4 other ways that would have been way better to say that.
Yeah.
They're not entirely dissuasive. That's a very confusing way to word it. I feel like he could have said it better.
Yeah. The man replies, exactly. And Mulder says, they're here, aren't they? And Deep Throat replies, Mr. Mulder, they've been here a long time, and walks away, ending our episode.
Yeah, so it basically just confirmed that aliens have been here for a long time.
What'd you guys think of episode 2? If you were flipping channels and landed on this, would it have hooked you for another episode?
I'm not sure.
No?
But maybe back in the day when it first happened, I would have been.
But nowadays,
Nowadays, I might have just kept clicking with my.
I don't know. I'm glad that you said that, because I feel the same way. Like, after the pilot being such an amazing episode,
Yes.
I felt like this one was kind of a bit middling, a little bit.
Like,
Yes,
I think that there was a goal to try to like establish conspiracy theory stuff. And this was, some of that stuff has to be a little slower, because if you want to, conspiracy theories don't have proof. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So like, they can't show proof of anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's not a conspiracy theory anymore. It's just what's happening.
yeah.
So they have to keep it very vague. That's why you see some lights, you see a ship supposedly for a few seconds, you don't know what it is, but you really don't. Because that's the whole point. If it's a conspiracy theory, if they showed us all the fucking shit in the early stuff, then
Yeah.
what's the secret that we're looking for?
Yeah.
If we know already,
I feel like it didn't really have much of a hook either. It was just they're kind of investigating stuff, and there's some like generic government interference. Whereas the first one, it was like more personal, and there was like a connection to this guy's daughter being abducted and this guy's kid being able to walk. Which Mulder was like, he was running, or she was
On
running.
foot?
That's right.
On foot?
She was running. It was Peggy Odell. Patty Odell or Peggy? Peggy.
Peggy.
I think it was Peggy. Yep, on State Road. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I would come back for another one if this was the first one I watched.
I gotta say, you know what would have hooked me a little better, but might have honestly made the episode better?
What?
More Seth Green.
Yeah, I think they could have spent
He
a
was
little
a
more time
very
with him.
interesting character.
Yeah.
And he was fun to watch. And I think, is he shorter than Scully?
I think he might be shorter than Scully. No, she's 5'3". She's 5'3". So they're almost the same height. He's a bit taller.
So she's 5'3", but she always wears heels, and he's 5'4" and never wears heels. She's taller than him in this.
I guess so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know, because I looked it up. He's 5'4". He has he looks like he could play like a 13-year-old in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's getting a little bit of facial hair maybe coming in.
I want to know his aging secrets.
Right, because he's 20 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later, he doesn't change the way he looks at all.
You know who I used to
what's
get
going
him
on
confused with is Jamie Kennedy for some reason.
Yeah,
What?
they're both
Why?
white, freckly ginger.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a comparison there. Not that they look a lot alike or anything like that, but they have a similar look. They're a white, freckly, ginger guy who's acting, you know?
This episode, this next segment we're going to do is we talk about whether or not they solved the case, because we want to keep up with that and see their track record. Did they solve the first one? I think we agreed they didn't, right?
Yeah, we agree they definitely did not solve the first case. There's no
Yeah, because
solving
they don't really
whatsoever.
know what happened because it's more alien
They don't know what the spots were. They don't know what happened to the kids. All the evidence is gone from everywhere. That was the first episode. In this one, all the evidence is gone. Someone took it. Someone destroyed it.
And
No one's submitting anything.
They don't even know what was done to Mulder or how he lost his memory.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. Literally nothing is solved. They don't know how the pilots ended up the way they did. They don't know what's going on at the base.
They keep you hanging.
They literally, I think they know less when they leave here.
I think they do. Yeah, they literally
genuinely know less.
All right.
Mulder, anyway.
This next segment is called Damage Report, and it is a segment where we keep up with the numerous injuries that are inflicted upon our agents. And at the end of this season, I think we're going to try to calculate their medical bills after all this stuff.
Lordy.
So, what do you guys think? There wasn't much physical injury done to our agent. They did some physical injury.
Okay, well, no. The ending with Mulder being drugged up, shot up with who knows what kind of drugs.
Yeah.
He was obviously...
He's got to go to therapy. I think Mom called it. He's got to go to therapy.
Okay. I think every main character of this show moving forward should probably get therapy. Just as like an overall theme. I think therapy is needed if you're involved in any of this.
Yes, Lord.
And actually, I don't think it's any kind of spoiler, but I feel like there is actually at least one scene where we see Mulder getting therapy.
Sort of.
I think there's something like that. We're talking episodes.
I have added that to our damage report for Mulder, in addition to Scully's ocular contusion, which is possibly a concussion.
That is the best note I have ever seen. It says Mulder, therapy after deep throat. He needs deep throat therapy.
Oh my God! Yeah, he had to get some therapy after deep throat.
Lord.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Let me see. Was there any other injuries? I don't think that anyone hit their head or get knocked out, because that kind of stuff happens quite a bit. Or like a main character will get knocked out by the bad guy and then wake up somewhere else. But I don't think that happened this episode.
I don't think so. No, not really.
I think the only... Yeah, Mulder getting hurt at the end when he got kidnapped and drugged up and shot up with stuff. I mean, he needs to get checked.
Yeah.
For what drugs are in his body.
Yeah, but...
Wait a minute, what? Do that. What? That could solve the case.
It really could.
Just go to the hospital, have them test your blood, find out what the fucking military people put in your body.
That's true. That's a good...
That's a good one.
What the fuck? They're so stupid. What terrible FBI agents.
So, our next segment is we try to decide what our MVP is, and the MVP can be a person, an object, a place, anything that you think was the most valuable part, not player, I guess you could say player, part of this episode.
Or person, player, part.
Person, place, thing.
Thing?
Pidea.
Concepts.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. So, Mom, what do you think or unless you want Melanie to go first, you could tell us what your MVP is. She was making a funny face. You can tell us what your MVP was.
My MVP, I just can't get over that kid.
Which one?
Kid. Seth Green.
Oh, okay. The kid? Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say is your MVP?
I guess so.
Because that's what I want to say.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes! 3 points. Seth Green is winning.
Seth Green is winning right now.
Oh my, I really was going to say, but you know, the second thing that popped in my head was either the lady at the diner who sold the picture or the picture.
Yeah.
The picture that he bought for $20 of the tortilla chip.
That's an expensive picture.
Is this bitch. She's like, let me tell you, you're going to own a piece of history.
I only have a few left.
She said, I have 5 left.
You print those out. What the fuck do you mean?
You can make a copy of this on the Xerox machine, but look.
Right? Like you could just, what do you mean you have 5 left? It's a print, you print some more out. What do you mean?
I bet somebody else came in with that damn picture and she copied it and was like, I'm going to sell this one.
She's like, I got some diner grease on this one.
Oh my God. Making my own. So are we all saying Seth Green?
Seth Green is an early lead in our MVP bracket.
Not too many spoilers with him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't ever come back.
Nope.
There
no one else gets 3, he wins.
There are.
What was our prize? Was an all expenses paid trip to the moon.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That was what it was.
For them and a guest.
And a guest. One
Yeah.
guest.
He's gonna take that girl.
Probably.
They gonna make out on the moon.
Yeah. You can't smoke weed on the moon. They're gonna take some RSO. I'll tell you what, buddy, you want a good high.
You get some edibles or something up there. But gosh, wait, that's something we should look up. How would smoking, just anything, whether it be like cigarette or how would that work with the gravity on the moon? Would that not work?
There's no breathable atmosphere, so it wouldn't work. There's no flame that you could make.
Yeah, I guess so. What if you had like a pre-lit electric kind of device, like the electric lighter that we use for candles?
Yeah, that could work, I guess.
But then when it was lit, would it just go out because there was no oxygen?
I mean, if you hit it inside your spacesuit or in a vehicle.
Oh my god, if you hit it inside your spacesuit and hotbox your moon helmet,
you would just not be able to see after a certain point.
You wouldn't care because you'd be so high. Because you'd be low on oxygen too, so you'd already be a little bit high. Plus you would be having weed oh my god.
So we also have a segment on this show where we like my mom, who has never seen the X-Files, to guess what the next episode is going to be about based on the title that we tell her, and we always give her exactly what the episode is going to be. We don't flub or fib. We tell her just like it is.
Yep.
So, Mom, would you like to make a guess?
Yes.
The next episode is called Squeeze.
Squeeze?
Yeah. What do you think that could possibly be about? What comes to your mind that it could be about?
Well, the only thing that come to my mind is an 80s song where they said squeeze box, which is actually a radio.
Oh, I thought squeeze box was going to be something inappropriate.
Yeah, I did too. Wow.
No, I think that's what people in England call their radios.
Huh. So you think it's going to be Mulder investigating a radio?
It's going to be communication through a squeeze box.
That's a good guess, but you're actually completely wrong. In the next episode, Mulder heads down to a fruit stand in downtown D.C. where people say the lemons are out of this world. And he squeezes a bunch, thinking they might be aliens, but it turns out they're just lemons, much to Mulder's dismay and the fruit vendor's irritation.
Well, he can make lemonade out of it.
That's true. You can make lemonade when life gives you lemons, or Mulder squeezes them.
Life gives you alien lemons, apparently.
All right, and to close out the episode, I would like us to start maybe saying one thing this week that made us happy.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if we were gonna mention anything about this yet, but I'm going to now, so that's what we're doing.
Okay.
We got a puppy!
We did.
And we love her so much, and we named her Foxy.
Foxington Moldog. After Fox Mulder, and she does have little white feet, so we said her middle name is Foxington.
Yes, it's Foxy Moldog, and we used to have a dog years ago whose name was Scully, and we loved her very much, and now we have this dog, and her name is Foxy, and I guess if we get a dog in 5 years, is it going to be
Skinner?
We don't. No one knows who that is that's listening right now. Wink.
Oh yeah. You don't know who Skinner is.
Skinner's one of the main characters of this whole show.
Leonard
you have no
Skinner?
idea.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
All right.
They're the FBI. They're investigating what that smell is. Ooh, that smell.
You know what? She'll never remember if I say this now, so it's fine. But like I just imagine the one when you see him take his shirt off in that one, and you're just like, what the hell? Why does he look so good?
Yeah.
That's your mom's gonna be like, oh wow, I know it. It's weird.
So what's one thing that made you happy this week, Mom?
I got a grand pup.
Oh,
I love that pup.
She
I love
is.
her so much. She's the best. She's perfect. She's a good girl.
She's very calm.
Well, most of the time, when she meets new people, she likes to jump and stuff. But she's not very big.
She
so.
calls me Nana.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, getting Foxy is definitely a highlight.
You can take the next one if you want, which is the best part of this last week, obviously.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, yeah.
Getting Foxy is definitely a highlight, but that was we got her on the 3rd, so about 3 weeks ago now. But actually, on Saturday of this week, we went to go see Aries in concert for his Glass Jaw tour, and that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We got to meet him, and he signed some stuff for us.
It was so cool.
It was awesome. It was
I
fantastic.
feel like a little giddy teenage girl. It was so awesome. I got to give him a hug, and he signed my papers and stuff. And I told him how awesome and sexy he is. and it was cool. And then we took lots of pictures, and we took videos. It was so fun.
It was awesome.
It was really fun. It was really fun.
Y'all had more fun than I did. I was at the NASCAR.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Echo Park Speedway that used to be called the Atlanta Speedway, freezing.
Listening to loud cars.
Weather. Yeah.
Jesus.
Just miserable the whole time. I couldn't.
Yeah, that sucks. I would have much rather been watching what we watched that day.
And we were, for the record, anyone who knows, like, we were up front. Like, we were like we were all with the side of the stage, but we were like in the very front row possible. And it was really cool. Like, I swear a piece of sweat probably landed on us at least once or twice.
Probably. We were that close, at least.
Yeah, we were.
But if you guys don't have anything else you guys want to talk about, I think we can wrap it there.
All right.
Toodaloo, my darlings.
Yeah.
If you've made it this far,
then you are a friend.
And we will see you next time.
Toodaloo.
We made this.